Well, that's actually a reasonable question. So let's take a brief look at the history of animation. As you can see, animation has come a long way since those days of artists hand-drawing frame by frame. Today at DreamWorks Animation, we manufacture digital imaging at the highest end of computer technology. I think it might be useful to briefly review how we got to be such a high-tech operation. We started out in 1994 as a company that primarily did hand-drawn animation. Remember, that was the year of The Lion King and my little love fest with Poncho. Then in 2001, we released the CG animated film Shrek, and our world suddenly changed. The film was enormously successful. It won the first Academy Award for Best Animated Feature Film, and it became part of culture. Shrek's success made it clear that CG was the future of animation. This was both thrilling and terrifying. Thrilling because it represented a tremendous new opportunity for our company. Terrifying because it meant we would have to undertake a massive retraining and re-equipping program across DreamWorks Animation in order to transform ourselves into a digital production company. And thanks to our partnership with HP, we got it done. And in the process, we became the largest state-of-the-art animation company in the world. We launched into an uninterrupted string of 17 successful films, which is unprecedented in the history of the movie business, animated or live action. Our next big disruption came in 2004 when I saw the movie The Polar Express in digital 3D. Once again, I was thrilled and terrified. Thrilled because I was blown away by the unique and immersive impact that made me feel like I was actually experiencing the story instead of just observing it. Terrified because I realized that we were going to have to transform our company all over again. One of the first calls I made after seeing Polar Express was to our team at HP. 3D was going to make our complex production process much more complex. It would nearly double our raw compute demands, since with each film, we would essentially be making a separate movie for each eye. But the intricacy of operations across our company would be multiplied and compounded by a magnitude more on the order of 10. HP casually assured me they would be able to provide us with the solutions we needed. In 2009, we became the first studio to release 100% of our films in 3D. With each of our projects, our ambition keeps getting bigger. Of course, I know you're all familiar with Moore's Law, which simply stated says that computer processing power doubles every 2 years. Well, at DreamWorks Animation, we also have what is known as Jeffrey's Law, which says, we'll always want more than more. But it's not that easy. Just consider that each of our films consists of about 130,000 individual frames. Each frame is the product of work from 12 different departments. On average, each frame goes through that department and has from 10 to 100 iterations. Now here's the scary part. When you do the math, we're talking about hundreds of millions of iterations for a single movie. To give you an idea of how complex the process itself is, consider that a world-class superstar animator can animate a grand total of 3 seconds of a single character in 1 week. So let's say there are 5 characters in a 1-minute scene. That will take 5 animators 5 months to produce, and that's not including all the work that will go into the other elements of the scene, such as background and effects. This grindingly slow pace is largely due to the fact that it can take hours to render just a few seconds of final animation. And all of that is about to dramatically change. Working with an incredible team from HP and software engineers from Intel, we are now developing a set of tools that will enable our artists to animate characters just as they will appear on the screen. No more waiting for 8-hour renders. Until now, our artists have had to work at the speed of technology. Soon, they will actually be able to work at the speed of their imagination. This is probably the biggest technology R&D project ever undertaken by an entertainment company, and it will fundamentally revolutionize and forever change our business. Every business wants to be able to make things faster, better, and cheaper. But up until now, you could never have all 3 of those. If you want to make things faster and better, they're not going to be cheaper. If you want to make them cheaper and better, they're not going to be faster. For the first time, thanks to the solutions provided by HP and Intel and scalable multi-core processing, you have the chance to achieve all 3. As you can imagine, we're finding this very thrilling and, yes, just a little terrifying. Thrilling because engineering our pipeline to take advantage of scalable multi-core processing computing will not only improve our process, but it will improve our product. It will liberate our artists, unleashing a new outpouring of creativity. But it's still terrifying because once again, we're completely transforming just about every aspect of our company as we revamp our production process and shrink those 12 departments down to 6, maybe even 5. Although I must say now, these transformations aren't quite so intimidating. It's a bit like jumping off a high diving board. After you survive the first jump, it's never as anxiety-inducing again. And it even can get to be a little exhilarating. And throughout it all, we've been blessed with a fantastic diving coach, and that's HP. Ever since the first Shrek, HP has been our partner in every sense of the term. As we have dived deeper and deeper into the technology waters, it has helped us, guide us, finding answers, and often actually inventing solutions. Over the years, the relationship between our companies has evolved. We are now at an important testing ground for HP. We've become an important testing ground for HP technology. Day after day, we offer real-world validation for their cutting-edge solutions. In this way, our films and our other lines of business have not only created enormous value as entertainment IP, they have increasingly also proven themselves as technology IP. And now we have come to an incredible moment in time. At DreamWorks Animation, we are deep into our latest transformation as we enable our artists to move at the speed of their imaginations with these new cutting-edge technologies. Meanwhile, HP is at a point of its own transformation under Meg's new leadership. After a little more than a year, she's already moving the company, as you just saw, in some pretty great directions. Today, she spelled out the solutions that HP can provide for the new style of IT, like cloud, security, and information. We've already achieved tremendous success with HP and our journey to the new style of IT. So let's start with their cloud. HP says it's the cloud that enterprises rely on. Well, we already are one of those enterprises. Years ago, before cloud was in everyone's tech vocabulary, we were actually HP's very first cloud client, and for good reason. We always have multiple films in production, so we regularly experience major spikes in compute demand. These spikes must be accommodated or else our films simply could not get finished on time. Enter the cloud. Today, HP's cloud provides more than 20% of our rendering needs, and this is steadily increasing. This enables us to get the job done with our existing physical data centers. Without the cloud, we would have no choice but to invest tens of millions of dollars in physical expansion just to accommodate peak needs. Cloud computing is going to become that much more imperative as we move forward full throttle with our scalable multi-core processing. The flexibility of cloud computing will be crucial to putting computer power where we need it and when we need it. And HP's cloud service has one other crucially significant attribute. It is completely secure. Which brings me to security. HP provides unparalleled security for us already and has been doing so for many years. Our business has zero tolerance for security breaches. As everyone knows, the entertainment industry has been operating in a challenging environment of digital piracy. If our films are not 100% secure prior to release, the consequences can be devastating. The loss of a single file could result in a high-quality copy of a film being accessible on DVD or online before it gets into the movie theaters. This has never happened to us thanks to HP. We take advantage of HP software solutions to secure our entire network. We believe they provide the best security solutions on the market. And as we grow, our security challenges actually become even more daunting. DreamWorks Animation is increasingly a global operation, with a studio in Bangalore and another about to launch in Shanghai. We can undertake these expansions because we know that HP can keep our systems secure, whether the data is traveling to the office next door or the opposite end of the world. Finally, HP is helping us handle the information explosion. As you can imagine, our business processes a colossal amount of information, all of it managed for us by HP. Each one of our movies is made up over 500 million files, all of them accessed and controlled through HP infrastructure. Just consider our up-and-coming film, The Croods. And by the way, it opens in a theater near you in March. Go see it. Take your kids and your kids' friends and any kid that your friends want to be friends with. So, as you can see, we believe in marketing nearly as much as technology. Anyway, let's take a look at a trailer for the film. You're one of the first to see this.